Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We hope your day's going well. Our day is going, And yeah.
It works.
Okay, good. And we've got new releases to talk about. There's a lot happening. We got a lot of phone calls today about a certain book.
Yeah, so we're just going to launch in on that because that is the book that everyone is talking about. There's just a cat hair. Okay, there we go.
Walu Dillhouse.
Hi.
So yeah, there's a lot of calls, a lot of clamoring, a lot of hollering, and hooting.
Oh no.
Yeah, both hooting and hollering.
They're talking to you. People are finding you.
They're speaking to my Central Alberta soul.
Getting to the frontier of your heart.
Yeah. On the wild, untamed frontier.
All right. Let's talk about Batman Fortnite.
Have you ever heard of it Fortnite? It's what you call 2 weeks. Also, it's a game.
Yes.
A multi-online player game where there's some shoot 'em ups. And DC decided to do a good crossover.
Competition.
Inside this book, there is a code to download skins for characters. You can get yourself a Harley Quinn. With this, there's been a lot of phone calls today because DC Comics are technically allowed to be sold on Tuesdays.
Yes.
In line with most other media.
We are not open Tuesdays. However, we still answer the phone because we're not, horrible people.
Exactly.
We're terrible people. We're not horrible people.
A lot of kids looking for stuff. A lot of parents going like, my kid is saying that this is a thing. Can I remedy this and make it stop? And so we're enjoying that. Now, the comics industry
is not enjoying this
as a whole.
You gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah. So, quite a few weeks back, this book pops up. It wasn't solicited normally. It popped up on final order cutoffs for retailers to dig into and order. And so they were upset about that. They're like, hey, that's not how we go about doing business. But it was the only way to get these coming out at the same time that the digital content would go out. Which, they would, retailers would get upset if there was some good digital content out there that the kids were clamoring for, that they're getting all these phone calls for, and where are our copies? Why don't we have this right now? But seeing how a lot of retailers like to complain about everything, they decided to basically trash the book in all the retailer forums. On FOC things, there was an endless stream of people being like, this is garbage, don't order it. This is garbage, don't order it. Do not encourage this. This is garbage, don't order it. Now they're getting hundreds of phone calls.
Oh no.
One person said, I ordered 15 copies and I could have sold 500. This is outrageous. You did this to me, DC Comics.
Oh wait, is it this one?
Maybe.
No.
Oh yeah, I think it's that one on the other.
No, that's not what I wanted.
Okay.
I wanted this one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to properly laugh at retailers who never take responsibility for anything they do. So they didn't take responsibility about not ordering it, and they didn't take responsibility about ordering it. It's fun. Yes. Hello, fellow youths. Yes, we all, pretty much anyone who's a comics retailer owner is slightly older than most folks playing Fortnite. I won't say than all, but like we had to check into it and we had to see, hey, Fortnite still a thing? Cool. Exactly. Thank you. Brownie says, don't listen to the cranky old school retailers in the forums. Dinosaurs and not the cool kinds. Exactly. Most of the time they are complaining about something either A, they had control over, or B, they've been doing the same way for 5, 10, 20, 30 years and haven't learned from it. So I take their so-called advice, which is really just yelling at me on Facebook, with a grain of salt.
Yeah. So the main complaint today was that DC did nothing to support retailers in
oh my god
in trying to get copies.
Nothing at all.
What DC did was after the first week, they listened to some feedback from some retailers and they re-offered the final order cutoff. So with doing so, there was returnability offered. So we could order a whole bunch of stuff and return it.
I'm just watching cat stuff. May or may not happen.
Yeah.
Max is on the counter, which they're not supposed to be, but I can't stop them. And Joy is watching Max. And I think she's going to jump him when he jumps down. Yeah. So there might be a kerfuffle in a moment. Oh my God. What is wrong with this cord? Sorry. I'm touching the cord. I'm touching the cord.
So the DC offered returnability.
Okay.
They offered the PDFs of these issues before we had to do final orders.
Shocking.
We could read the story.
What?
We knew exactly what we were ordering. And now I'll take this part with a grain of salt. The publishers are always saying that this thing's going to be huge. This thing's going to be huge. But looking at something like this, we went around. We checked on some Twitch. We tried to do our due diligence because we're not giving people. And there was still like a good chunk of people who were into Fortnite. We're talking audience of millions versus audience of thousands. And whenever you're dealing with something like that, you have to be very hyper aware of how these things are going to happen. So when they also say that there's going to be codes in here that you can get digital skins of content. I'm going to show you the back because it's Tuesday. I can show you this.
That's true.
To redeem your bonus Fortnite cosmetic item is the Harley Quinn stuffs. You just take code, use it before May 1st of 2025.
Oh my. You better get on that.
Yep. And you too can get the sweet, sweet stuff. There's going to be an item for each issue. If you get all 6 and use all the codes, you will get a special extra bonus item. I believe a Batmobile thing of some kind. Maybe the Batmobile.
That's really cool.
Pretty rad, right? Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of retailers are looking at this being like, oh, I hate it. I don't like the way that they're going about this. Whatever, dudes. Fully returnable. We knew about the content before it happened, and they're supporting this with something in game that actually helped boost what's happening. Yes, DC did let us know about the code. It was part of the original solicitations, and all the retailers conveniently forgot about
spray bottle, please.
One very, very important thing. When you're advertising for something like this, you put it out around and in-game right when it's released, right when they can get it.
Yeah.
That's how digital works.
Yep.
And you also have a whole bunch of people running around with this really cool item. And where did you get that item from, may I ask? Oh, you can get it
at your local comic shop.
Yeah, where I got this. Huge word of mouth. No brainer.
No.
To take a little bit of a risk on something and honestly get some extra copies just in case. The worst case scenario is we're sending them back. Oh heck.
Yeah, and I mean within reason, because some folks took my comments today on Facebook. Again, it's a private Facebook group, so this is just me spouting. But they were like, well, I don't buy to return things. And I was like, I don't mean it like that. I mean like, oh, you can get an extra 10 because you don't, you can take that chance. You don't get 1,000 to return 900 of them. That's stupid. So I was just like, you can try, like you could have got, 20 instead of 15.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so frustrating. Like, I know we're not right about everything in our business, and that's fine, but I feel like we learn from it instead of literally most other people who go on Facebook, whine at the publishers or distributors and go, this is your fault somehow. I have no responsibility here.
You did this to me. One retailer commented at us with, well, I heard that the story wasn't that good, so even if I did read it, I probably would have ordered down. And like,
Okay.
So what you're saying is they provided you with resources and you didn't use them? That's cool.
Yeah. Surprise. We read a lot of things that we don't personally like. You read them because then you know how to sell them, because there's someone in your wide customer base, even if it's one person, that is going to love that comic.
Yeah.
And guess what? More than one person likes Fortnite and Batman. I don't understand, like, even having Batman didn't help. Oh, sorry. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, I had to put it there because Joy was trying to pull open the cupboard to under the sink.
Right.
Full paw, just trying to get in there. Which is why last year I moved all of the what we call poisons, otherwise known as cleaners, to our bathroom cabinet because you could get a child lock. I needed a child lock for my cat.
Yep.
Anyway, I digress. I think it's, Brandy, thank you. If Fonzo and I only ordered what we like ourselves, then we would have a very strange and unprofitable shop.
Yeah.
Guess what? A lot of owners do that.
It's so weird.
So weird. They're like, oh, I don't like any image books. I don't order them. Well, I'm sorry. You know what? If you only read 3 books and you're only going to sell 3 books, your store sucks.
Yeah, it's super weird that his counter was basically like, well, it probably would have sucked and I would have ordered less of it. And like, okay, so what you're saying is you are really bad at reading books and discerning an audience for them.
That's a huge part of our job.
Yeah, you have that bad IQ, so that's a problem that you need to figure out. And and I don't know this, if that person's shop is having problems, I can probably pinpoint a reason why. Eric is saying, I find it wild that I never knew about this, but I ignore most things Fortnite. I can confirm that they definitely found the target audience for this book.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's almost a good thing that a lot of people who don't play Fortnite had never heard of this, because they were specifically targeting the folks who are playing Fortnite. And that's the point of all of this.
Indeed. Well, and
let's see. I'm just reading Andrew's comment.
Yeah, and Andrew, you actually ordered up. So this isn't about you. I'll say that for sure. You took a chance with the resources that they gave you, and made an attempt.
And I do hope that you will hand sell this to some people who you think will like it. A lot of times we slip something into someone's file as a recommendation. I don't know if you do that. You might. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, like that's what we're saying, is that a lot of these store owners don't seem to even do that. They don't seem to be connecting with their customers at all, or know what they read, or even if they do, they will not suggest things to add to their file to grow. It's not always, hey, it's not always a money thing. I mean, it is in a really basic way, but the point of new comics is that you have to put them in the right hands.
Yeah, and what this screams is sort of a lot of the industry is always continually looking inside. And when something like this comes out, is deliberately pointing outside. The comics thing to do there is to take a look at that audience, and at least try and kind of go, okay, so Fortnite, what does that mean today? Because I hadn't heard a lot about Fortnite in a while, so I made a guess at like, maybe that's not what people are into. Maybe this took a while to get going, and it's all hitting now because they all have like these different slates or whatnot. No, apparently, still fairly popular, not at its peak. but definitely a lot of people paying attention all the time. There was thousands of people on Twitch just watching people play Fortnite.
Yeah, so it's still a thing. It still exists. I mean, 4,000 people on one feed.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, that's pretty good sales. Like, even, split between multiple stores. 4,000 copies of something they sold.
Yeah.
To those people.
Exactly, right? So it's popular enough idea that that's the amount of people who are willing to just sit and watch on one person's feed today.
Yeah, we looked at Twitch just to see, kind of gauge, and that's who we found. He was very boring, but I think it was because he couldn't find any other players, so I really didn't get a good sense of what you can do in Fortnite. But that's okay, because I'm old. It's fine.
Andrew, if you ever need a little bit extra for some customers who are looking to get the story, give us just a very awkward wink. Just like hey.
Because, we got a few calls today, but only 2 of them were by adorable children. So I was like, I will give you this comic because you sound very sweet. And it's one of them, it sounded like his mom was like right there going, okay, ask for Fortnite.
Exactly, right?
Very cute.
Really cool. Because like, ask for the thing that you want, okay?
I love that.
So what we're going to be doing, kiddos, for the kids coming in, we're going to encourage that they sign up for a file. We're not going to make them give us their payment information.
Hey, 9-year-old, give me your mom's credit card.
Right? Not happening.
No.
But to guarantee that they get copies, because this book's going to be something that speculators are looking for, which is why we're also instituting our, if you want this Fortnite book, especially because of the way that the loot goes, we want a chance for all of our customers to be able to get that sweet, I cashed all 6 in loot. So randos buying off shelf, it is a commitment for the full story. The exception is if you're a child. So if anybody tries to use the argument of like, what, you'd make a kid put payment information on there, we'd be like, no, are you a child?
Yeah. And if you're like a speculator who has a kid and you're just using your kid for this reason, we'll know, because people like that give off weird vibes.
They give off weird vibes, and the kid is generally just like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference between a kid who's just like, oh my God, I'm so excited for this thing. I need the thing.
That was very cute.
And like,
oh, it's comic.
Yes.
Oh.
And that's
so cute.
That's the calls we were getting. Oh my goodness, it's going to be so cool. We've had a few people set up files early in advance for their kids quite some time ago, and this is going to be a good opportunity. People are so mad at the way this came out. Whatever. There's
always a way to shoot yourself in the foot, and there's always a way to work within something. So I'm just like, okay, this is obviously not me in the middle of depression, because I would choose the foot shooting at all times. So I'm feeling a little bit better this week. So slightly positive. Yay.
But it's kind of like what we alluded to earlier. So the options for this were the digital would be released on this schedule, and this accelerated schedule, and shops would be waiting for product, and the kids would already be like clamoring, and we would have all missed our chance to kind of hit the good stuff. We already had to do final order costs for issue 4 at this point, which for me is an indictment of how single issues work in outreach. They don't. They're not the best way to communicate this kind of information when you're dealing with a crowd who's used to, and by crowd I mean the rest of the world, who's getting things binged to them. The Netflix model, the everything's happening now, let's get this out. The communication for that is digital, because the print methods for this don't allow for that model to be great. So you work with it because your alternative, truly, is this single issue doesn't come out. It's digital and there's a collection, and we don't get the chance to get folks reading the comics. Yes, there's going to be a lot of people who just crack that thing open, get the code, and are just like, sweet, that was some fun money that I spent. But as we've discovered with even like bad idea files, who are just like, who are more or less humoring going to our store just to get those books and nothing else. There are so many customers who opened up, got some files, got some new stuff, got to experience our store, and are now getting a wide variety of books. Some of them they never knew that they liked because of our recommendations. And that is what this is an opportunity for. So
yeah, I mean, for every 5 speculators who you may never see again, there's one really good file. And I don't mean subscriptions. I mean someone who will stay with your store for years and just be happy.
And so, yes, if you're a grown-up adult, payment information on file, or you're paying for the whole run up front. Because we want at least the opportunity for you to experience this whole story and maybe get all of the loot and that special thing at the end of it. That's going to do more than selling all of our number ones to Joe Ding Dong to sell on eBay. Because it's happening.
Yeah, because I'm sure Joe Ding Dong's kids aren't going to see any of that money.
You're not Joe Ding Dong, Eric.
No.
Eric.
Oh, you're raising your kids right. You're
Indeed.
giving them books.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Have we got the Giant Days yet? No, not yet.
Simon and Schuster box come in? I don't think so.
No. Sorry. I wish I had good news for you. It'll probably come in this week, though.
Yeah, we're owed a Simon and Schuster box.
Owed. Here we go.
A new book that we're excited about this week, Alice in Leatherland.
This is delightful.
It was a hard pivot. So the story about this is a young woman ends up finding that her significant other has been cheating on her, right?
Yes. She leaves her small town. She moves to San Francisco with a friend of hers who is also moving there for a job. And she can't find a place for a little while until she just rents a place sight unseen.
Great deal. It's a great deal for this room. One of the best she's seen. And when she gets there, she finds this very, very loving community of BDSM folk.
Yeah.
Which for folks who have read Sunstone and for folks who are in that community, it is a very caring community. Because one of the bigger tenets is aftercare and during care, learning how to do all the stuff properly, so that actual harm is not done. And this is going to be another exploration of that. So we highly recommend this to fans of Sunstone. It has that same feeling, that uplifting feeling, and also it being about nerds.
Yeah, and the cool thing is the main character is a writer of children's storybooks and fairy tales. So there's going to be this really beautiful juxtaposition of adult stuff and not adult stuff. I really want to read this one quote from the creators in the solicit. Sex is recounted as a way to investigate our relationship with ourselves and others, with our bodies and our place in the world. Sexual pleasure as self-affirmation and growth. There is room for love too, and bravery, and for many good laughs that never hurts.
Exactly. Like, this is a book for our audience.
It's so good.
Eric, there's nothing wrong with folks who have been in the industry forever, quite honestly.
Ben definitely would recommend it for you. It's such a lovely story. They did send us, I think, the first 6 PDFs. So this is something I'm taking responsibility of. I had not read them prior to now. I'm definitely going to check out the last so I can actually kind of get ahead of that. One of the worst, actually, I say one of the worst, the things I'm worst at, which right now is a lot because depression is a B.
Yeah.
Is not reading the PDFs. I'm trying to get better at that. So this is definitely one that I was like, oh dang, I should have read that like a month ago. It was so good.
Also, Ben, I can confirm that Sunstone Volume 7 is coming out really soon.
It is.
I put in some final orders for it last week.
Yay!
Yeah.
I'm so excited it crossed the border again. There was that one volume they marked A, and everyone had to be like, in Canada, had to be like, please send it to us. We have so many subscribers.
Brandy is also behind on PDFs.
Thank you. They're so important, but they're also so easy to forget. It's very bad. Anyway, I'm super overwhelmed with work and life and meaning. No, I got nothing.
He's so fun.
Hey, look at this. It's a thing.
It's Kochikaru the Skinner from Mike Mignola and Christopher Golden. They've done a lot of work together. It has that similar feeling. It's got some World War stuff. It's got some witches who behead people.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's that classic kind of mythology that Mignola loves playing with. And it's got if you like Mignola stuff, you're gonna get a lot of good from this. And yeah, it's enjoyable. You can enjoy. You can enjoy.
All right.
Boo 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 boo.
So we've got Godzilla, Monsters and Protectors.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
It's an all ages Godzilla story, friends.
Yeah.
Which is
It's pretty
well
rad.
needed in this industry.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions. There's a few things that we get questions for, and there are not all ages options for things. And there can be, like there's a young Hellboy right now, and the little all ages Godzilla, and so there's stuff out there. So this is pretty rad. It's about middle schoolers hanging out with the big G. Let's see. Yeah, it's up to 3 middle school students to show Godzilla that not all humans are bad.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
My favorite Godzilla comic has to be Godzilla versus Charles Barkley. It's great.
Oh my god.
They have a
Who's
basketball
taller?
competition.
Who's taller though?
Well, Charles Barkley gets kaiju sized, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Ben, we accounted for you. No worries.
Oh no, we
We-
got you covered.
Exactly. You already had a request in here.
Yeah. See, that's the thing I don't get about other stores is that they order stuff, and I'm like, how do you not have people in mind when you're ordering? I don't understand. Because you should have a relationship with as many of your customers as you can, that when you put something in their file, you know they want it for sure.
Yeah.
Or at least they can trust you if it's something kind of out of their realm. Or if they say, no, I can't, this sounds really interesting, but it's not in my budget right now.
Yep.
You also will be okay with that. But it's just like one copy of something, you don't kind of go on your Facebook group and you're like, I ordered 10 extra copies and I don't know who my customers are. Really, dude? I'm a little incensed because I just feel like there's so many stores that don't know who shop at their own stores. Like, do you not talk to anyone who walks in? Do you not have all of your file numbers and names memorized?
Yeah, and I understand at a certain point, especially for chains or bigger stores that do a lot of volume and have a lot of people working. That can get a little trickier. But even the ability to kind of look at what's on someone's file in general.
Yeah.
You can get a vibe from
We
folks.
cross-reference files. So if there's something coming out by the same creator, by the same artist, even if there's, I don't know, a new Batman story, we cross-referenced a lot of Batman the Detective with, hey, Batman. We'll cross-reference our Magnola customers with that. It's just, that's how you get your numbers. I'm not sure how other stores do it. It seems like sometimes they just roll the dice. And then they're like, oh no, fates, why have you forsaken me? And I'm like, okay, you can't make good decisions all the time, but you can't make only bad decisions all the time.
You can tell when we've had a day of replying to comments.
You did. I only did it like twice. You were like on there.
I've been good for a year.
Oh, and so this post was just getting that out there for another year.
No,
you're like a Facebook comments camel. You're like, I'm good.
It was one of those where like the past couple of days got my defenses down.
Yeah.
And it just kind of like, I was like, well, this is happening, I guess. And Danica saw me just be like, and that's enough of that, turning off the notifications on there. I'm just like,
yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, we're in a similar phase. I definitely feel that there was a certain point where I started kind of losing track because there are too many people coming in. Again, not bragging. It's just I feel like I'm a bit of an arm's length away from where I want to be with our customers. Yeah. And a lot of the newer customers, I still don't quite know their taste because I just haven't really had the time with them. And I feel bad about that. I wish that there could be more of me or more of time or something, because I just feel a little distant from some of our newer folks, and they're all really nice.
I think everyone can benefit from more Danica, really.
Sure.
A little biased, though.
Sure. All right, tell me about the many deaths of Layla Starr, because this is amazing.
I'm so freaking excited to put this into everybody's hands. Ooh.
Also, the foil is pretty sweet. I know it's so like 90s and foil is way back in a big way, but it's so pretty.
Look at that David Mack cover. Featuring the God of Death. It's the many deaths of Layla Starr. It is an amazing book from Ramvi and Felipe Andrade. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you want good helping of magical realism, if you want a bit of middle management in your magical realism, if you want just a remarkable story about essentially life and death and mortality, and with like whimsy and
these kind of colors, this color palette, it's so beautiful.
It is also extremely deliberately Mumbai based. The flavoring, the feeling that comes across, got the same feeling reading Graffiti's Wall, which also takes place in and around Mumbai, and the different feel of the place, how these stories feel lived in. Oh my goodness, it is absolutely completely wonderful. I'm so excited to put this into people's hands. I am going to get the notepad because we are starting to get some requests.
Yes. So thank you for all of your comments. This is great. Cam, Ramvi is just here in a big way, and I'm so glad that we live in his world now, because he writes amazing things.
Dude used to be an engineer.
What? That's amazing.
His interviews, I highly recommend people check out his off-panel interview for one of the more recent ones, where he talks about this book specifically. And his path to comics is absolutely fascinating, and why he's here and the kinds of stories that he wants to tell. Super excited.
Okay, well, you write that down. I'm gonna ask Dylan if you want the foil cover or the main cover.
Dylan, who's?
Just to make sure that you get the right cover. Yeah. Oh my God, how have I not? Oh yeah, I still haven't read Swamp Thing #2. That's like a personal failing at this point. I have no excuse because you bought it. It's home.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
I know, it's so bad. Okay, Dylan wants the main cover. Thank you. Yeah, no, I never in my life, I have nothing against Swamp Thing, but I never in my life thought I would enjoy a Swamp Thing comic. And then within this same calendar year, I'm enjoying Ramvi's Swamp Thing, and I just read the most recent Justice League Dark team book, which has Swamp Thing in it, and it was just like mind-blowing.
And Ramvi did
true.
After the Tynan.
Oh my God, you know what? That probably got him the job. Because if you think about it, it was like an audition. Like, here's a little bit of Swamp Thing plus the team. Do you want the whole book?
Would you like the whole Swamp Thing?
Yes. Would you like the whole swamp?
Swimp. Swimpy.
Oh yeah. What was that? Hannah Blumenreich?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Her little swamp thing was the cutest thingy because I need to find it somewhere, but she has a little. I don't even know if it was like on Twitter or something, but he's not Swamp Thing. She's like Swamp Thing, and it's so cute. And so every so often we call that comic Swamp Thing.
You're all good, Eric. No worries at all. Yeah, Swamp Thing. It's like, yeah. And he walks around and goes blip, 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 blip.
It's so
blip,
cute.
blip. It's very cute. Yeah, exactly. If you ask to screen share it if you find it.
Man, yeah, I don't know. Oh, found the Jason Aaron story. Let's not go there.
Oh, Jason Latour, yeah.
Or Latour, sorry. Oh, right, Jason Aaron's the good one.
Jason Aaron's the good one.
I'm so sorry. Sometimes I talk without thinking it's bad. No, Jason Aaron good, Jason Latour bad. It's very simple.
And see, Eric is illustrating something that we do. As he says, I don't remember asking for it and was glad it was in my shipment. Thank you.
Okay, that's not what I want.
You knew you're gonna love it.
Oh right, my window does this thing where if I have too many tabs open, it slides, and so sometimes I think I just lost a little tab, and I'm just like, what is it?
It's gone. It's gone.
But it's not gone. It's not. I don't know. How about you talk about the next comics, and then I'll see if I can come up with it. Because I think it was just on Twitter or something. It was so cute. It was like 2 years ago.
Indeed. Good Jasons are hard to find these days. Jason.
I don't know. I think we're pretty spoiled with Jasons.
I was gonna say,
Mm-hmm.
most of the Jasons who come into our store are great. Sorry.
Most of the Jasons who come into our store don't talk over me and they believe that white privilege is a thing.
We're not referring to you, Jason Switner.
No.
When we say that, I want to be remarkably clear about that.
There is a very polite Jason.
There's a specific Jason who we're thinking about who does not.
I don't know.
Listen.
I can't find it. Don't worry about it.
My dog Jojo is about a woman and her dog who is absolutely not her dog. It's basically a journal comic about hanging out with dogs. It's super wonderful.
I love that.
Yep.
That sounds amazing.
Oh, heckers. The old guard is back,
Yeah.
baby, in a more of an anthology series going through the ages where these folks have been and what they've been doing. First story in this is by the original creative team of Greg Rucka and Leandro Fernandez. And then you get Andrew Wheeler and Jacopo Kamanji doing some more stuff. You're going to get all kinds of really good stories in here, ranging from all kinds of different creators with being very intersectional in mind. So you're going to get some more good old guard stories. This is... the orders on this have been remarkable. I'm so happy. It's really ramped up because of the movie, because of the availability of the trade paperbacks, and seeing this book grow from a very small handful of readers that we had when I believe the first one started in our store, and then to see it grow over these years. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Such a story that deserves it. Very, very happy.
Guess what I found?
Did you find it?
I did.
Sweet.
I'm going to share my screen.
I will approve it because I've got to approve it.
Oh, yeah. Don't show these tips. Don't care. Allow. What? Not now. What's happening? Oh, okay. Yarp.
Add to stream.
Add to stream. What up? Wow. Okay. This is so cute. I'll see if I can. Yes. I love my computer. Look how cute this buddy is.
It's the Swamp Thing.
He's a Swamp Thing.
He's very cool. He walks around and goes plip, 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 plip.
Here,
plip.
let me, no, Max. Plap, plap, plap. Oh, boy. Well, at least he's on camera.
Hey.
Plap, 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 plap.
Dude, you almost knocked over the notebook. That would have been bad. It's expensive.
And then she goes, hello, Frey.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that
I love
friends with Fregs.
I love Swim Thing.
Swim Thing is great.
And there's one more. Nope. Oh man, there's more.
Oh, there's so many.
There's so many more. What is happening?
Anyways, that's one of our absolute favorite.
I love this so much.
Someone said it's been too long. That darn Netflix movie sucked. Charlize Theron was a miscast. I disagree
Whoa.
personally.
I really,
but
really
we
disagree.
appreciate your opinion.
Oh, oops.
All right.
Something.
All right, I'm gonna unshare this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Zoom.
That's
Look, we
fine.
all big again.
Yeah, I will put a link to the tweets in the comments because it's rad and y'all should see Swim Thing. All of the Swim Things. Let's see here. What are we doing? Oh no, I've been left alone. I have been abandoned. That's not good. Oh yeah, I'll talk about the Valkyries. Actually, was I on the old? Anyway, I have some notes to the old guard, and I legit can't remember if I was on it or not, or if I just had comments on it. I did. That's funny. No. I'll figure it out later. I can't do two things at once. So, we've got Ms. Jane Foster here. And there we go. So, we find out that there are more Valkyries, which is pretty sweet. And there's Hela and her wife in there, and there's another character which seems familiar.
Yeah, this is less of a spoiler because she's been around for a little while. But if y'all liked that Valkyrie character in the movie, played by Tessa Thompson, of Veronica Mars fame, you're all going to enjoy this book because you're going to get a look at some origin stuff.
Yes. Yeah, she has, I will spoil this, she has a legit name in this one.
Very exciting. I'm excited for the newest X book, Way of X. It is about Nightcrawler and religion and the X-Men and how all of those things intersect. It is a wonderful story from Cy Spurrier and Bob Quinn. And this is a nice wraparound cover for you to get. So if you've been enjoying a lot of the X-Men books right now and tackling ideas of faith and religion when these mutant characters can be resurrected and are essentially playing gods themselves with all of their new treatments that they're offering the world, this is a really good thing to dig into. It's pretty deep. You go down a pretty deep hole. I really enjoyed it.
All right, next up, we have any covers.
We got 4 covers, and we have between us 5 hands. 4 hands.
Are you gonna like bring a foot up? Girl. Show us your feet. Please don't show us your feet.
So,
sorry, it's this really bad joke because I think legitimately he got a Twitch comment on one of our
sure
shows, and now we make fun of it.
So we will be talking about Birdemic, which we watched on Monday on our Thursday show.
Oh, absolutely. I wasn't ignoring when Simone said "ka" and Jason said "thump" because it was so good. But we will talk about it then.
But while we were watching it, one of my favorite things to do, especially when these horrible actors would
I wouldn't even call them actors,
would deliver a line of just like, "Hey, I think we'll be safe," and then I would just whisper, "Show me your feet," as though the actor finished the scene with the words, "Show me your feet." And watching movies where you find any sort of like emotional moment happen, you can undercut it entirely.
I'm just saying
And there's
those beautiful Or where?
So say you're watching a movie and there's this heartfelt moment where they're just like, my God, you're everything to me. My life would always be lesser without you, and I'm so happy to have you in my life and to be able to go through this world just alongside you. Show me your feet. We've been having fun.
I'm gonna die. Swim thing. There we go.
And Brandy says, we actually do have a bird that won't stop flying into the window. We named him Daryl. He's been at it 15 hours a day for a week.
Oh, Daryl.
Or Daryl.
Give it up, dude.
I love comics.
All right. The Swim Thing link is officially in there, and whether you like it or not. Ha ha.
Alrighty, let's take a look at this. Women of Marvel, anthology comic, along the lines of the Marvel Vision comic that have been coming out. These are filled with a lot of intersectional women.
Yes.
Which I was very, very pleased to see. You got yourself some Mariko Tamaki, Peach Momoko, Elsa Shinninson, Naomi Franquez, Antul Keizama, Nadia Shamus, Skylar Partridge. I could just go on and on just naming people. Sophie Campbell is doing some work here. She's the best. And just all kinds of really good people. And if you're looking for like a classic name, June Brigman, co-creator of Power Pack.
Ooh, Emily Pearson. I saw Emily Pearson art.
Yep.
What up?
Louise Simonson does an essay. There's so many good things in here, featuring so many awesome, amazing characters. I love everything about this.
Yeah, no, this is great. Oh, yes. Yeah. Rochelle Rosenberg and Triana Farrell on colors.
Mhm.
Great colorists.
I love, Simone says, as a child, my family actually owned a minivan like the one they drive around in Birdemic. So ancient. The budget must have been spent upon the birds. Yes, yes.
Yes, those were very high-tech birds. Very serious, not computerized birds.
That van also was missing a hubcap.
It was amazing. Great attention to detail, I will say.
We also have Damien Connolly's You Promised Me Darkness. One with similar stylings to what was that one that was like black and white with red on the cover?
Girl Walks Home Alone.
That's the one. That's the style of this. A lot more words in and more plot, I would say, for this one. But definitely, if you could do a bit of a description.
Sure thing. Approximately every 75 years, Halley's Comet orbits around the sun. And every time this happens, people around the world are born with incredible abilities, special auras that grant them with supernatural skills. But those auras can also be cursed. Yuko and Sebastian, two siblings with special auras, are constantly running from an evil being known as the Anti-Everything, who feeds from these special auras, getting stronger with each intake. This being is obsessed with these brothers' auras and will not stop until he feasts on them.
Chompy, chompy.
And
show me
your feet.
Your feet.
This is... We're so sorry, Damien Connolly. We're very disrespectful.
Sorry. It's a fun read. If that description grabs you
before the feet
that's
thing.
what you're gonna get before the feet thing.
If
I know how to sell
description
comics.
Grabbed you after the feet thing. We don't have comics.
Yeah,
right
there's
now for
nobody
you.
shows you their feet in this book.
Okay, so there is the glow in the dark cover of Geiger. It comes a bit later than the originals because they had to do the fancy glow in the dark covery stuff.
Glowy, glowy.
But it exists. It is in store.
And then there's a lot of second issues here. We're just gonna burn through them.
Yeah.
Ultra Mega, one of my absolute favorites of the past year. it's also a thick boy because they're all going to be thick boys. They're all going to be ultra mega sized. And you're going to get lots of story about wild, gory, slippery kaiju fights.
You made that sound sexy, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
Again, no feet.
Kaiju feet. Show us your kaiju feet.
Jonah and the Impossible Monsters continues. The Somni's story feels very much like Bone in the Jeff Smith style. The atmosphere here is wonderful. The creativity here is wonderful. If you want a story of two young ladies going on adventures and being wild and awesome with some monsters, boom, got it.
Boom. We have got Firefly, brand new verse, issue 2, Zoe and Mosh's daughter. Very cool.
That's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy that book quite a bit, actually. And it takes me a little bit to push past my Firefly felt like a moment in time for me now.
Mm-hmm. But this finally feels like something fresh.
Oh my goodness. The second Alien is out. For folks who enjoyed the first one, I enjoyed the first one. It is still creepy as heck, and tension is ramping up.
All right. In DC, comics that are issue 2s that don't have the issue number 2 on them.
Yeah.
Nightwing, number 79.
By Tom Taylor.
Yes, we love him. He's great.
And Bruno
he's a good human.
Redondo. Hell yeah. They do a great job in here. They do show you his feet. They don't.
Oh my god. No, I'm only showing this because 1, it's Tuesday, and 2, I believe this was on his Twitter a couple weeks ago. This is a gorgeous first page. Just absolutely gorgeous.
It's so wonderful. There's so much love in this book.
Yeah.
And it's going to do that thing that Tom Taylor does, is he's going to break your heart real bad. But he makes you care about these characters first, and that's the thing that's missing in a lot of superhero comics.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we've got Catwoman by Ram V.
Yay!
Doing his full-on thing, rocking this book. Honestly, if you're looking for a nice crime story with slight superhero tinges to it, you're going to get some good mob stuff here.
Sorry. Thank you.
We got the second issue of Bennett's Justice League featuring also Ram V doing the Justice League Dark backups.
I love that.
It's a wonderful one-two punch where you get a lot of this big action for Justice League as they kind of are setting some cool stuff up. And then Ram V comes in with quick shorter story in the back, but just jam-packed with information and life and magic. So good at his job.
Life and magic. Now, this beautiful book, Wind, by James Tynion IV and Michael Dialnis. Oh my god.
Yeah. I've never heard his name out loud, actually.
I don't know.
Dialnis.
Yeah, that seems. Anyway, look at this. It's a freaking hardcover. It's gorgeous.
Hardcover is exclusive to comic stores.
Yeah. Would you want this on your shelf? I think you do.
There's a soft cover coming out.
There it is.
It is going to be 20 Canadian versus this one, which is
25.
Yeah. So, just a little bit extra.
But if you have a format preference, whichever one you want.
The hardcover will be in short supply.
Yes.
So just a heads up on that one. Probably won't reprint it. But Wind is a wonderful story.
Yeah. I'll just read the first paragraph, I guess.
Yeah.
Just in case you missed the single issues. And spoiler alert, it is back with issue 6.
6 of 5, baby.
Woo! I love 6 of 5.
That's what Diamond's calling it.
I'm okay with that. That's some Douglas Adams numbering right there, and I'm okay with that. In a world where magic heritage is punishable by death, a young boy named Wind must hide his true identity and pointy ears from everyone in Pipetown, even if it means he'll never have the normal life he wants. But when his secret is threatened... Oh, heck. Don't eat the mic! Wind is forced to leave his home behind to embark on a dangerous quest that will put him at the heart of a royal conspiracy beyond imagination. It's so cool! It's a good adventure. Like most good things in the store, I have not finished the arc, but I did do the first couple. But also, look at the design. So I can show you the design because that's not gonna get me in trouble.
Exactly.
And spot varnish.
I do love a good spot gloss, baby.
All right.
This also got some spot gloss. Ooh. Girl in the World from Silver Sprocket. We might have to pull this up because there's no description on the back.
Oh, heck no. Oh, no. No, okay.
But it has basically sort of your definitely early 20s vibes, kind of Scott Pilgrim, but with more female-minded intentions, and just trying to exist when you're in early 20s. What you got?
Okay. Carolyn Cash's celebrated debut is back in print. What's everyone doing later? Some creatively named Facebook events? Haircuts and Happy Meals? This clever and gorgeous graphic novel proves that there is nothing cooler than cool girls, showcasing a particularly chaotic ride-along with one group of friends for 24 hours.
Yeah, it's just about hanging out.
Yeah, slice of life, literally.
It's like that one song from the OC. Wasting time hanging out.
Oh, Gem.
Yeah, exactly.
Girl,
what
don't
you
test
say?
Me. No, that's not. It's
the same song.
No, it's not. Get out of here. You're the worst.
It's true. I am.
Hooray! The worst.
We did it.
All right. Well, I'm good. Are you good?
I think so. I should probably go and nab us a magic mirror.
Oh yeah, it's Tuesday. I'm just kidding. I actually know it's Tuesday.
Oh, girl, it's
Probably.
It's
Tuesday.
about to get down on Tuesday.
Just looking at the numbers. Like I'm hungry again. Oh boy. I'm gonna read so many things tonight. It's gonna be great.
Hello.
Oh, yay. Thank you, Margaret. I see you.
We're looking out there. Ooh. And you're all looking so fresh. Yes, even you. Don't take that tone with me. You're looking fresh. All right. Thank you.
Don't be so hard on yourself. You look well.
As always, we end our Tuesday show with a look through the magic mirror to take a look to see all of you as you have spent the time with us. It is very much appreciated, and we want you to know that we see you and we appreciate you. And we miss you, truly.
We really do.
I see Brandy. I see Dillhouse. I see Kate. I see Simone. I see Sean. I see Ben. I see Eric.
Oh, hi.
I see Max.
Yeah, buddy. I think the caca got him
I see
here.
Jason. Bert. Bert.
Hey, buddy.
I see Andrew. Hi, Andrew. I do want to reiterate because we were getting real cranky there. None of any of that was directed at you. We have conversations for a reason. You're cool people.
Yeah. And once everyone's vaccinated, you guys can have your saving the comics industry dinners again, and then I can hear the after effects of how you fixed everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
Where we get really drunk and save the comics industry. Hell yeah. I missed that.
My favorite holiday.
My favorite holiday is Vander Thanksgiving, which takes place on American Thanksgiving, where I give thanks to
James Vanderbeek.
international treasure James Vanderbeek
I'm
by
sorry.
watching Varsity Blues.
I thought you did the thing that I do where I forget an entire name. Hi, Max. You
He's
look
Max.
like a weird sea kraken there if you just go in front like. All right, so I guess we see Max. Holy.
Hi, buddy. What's going on?
Weird
We see the one true Andrew as well. Hi,
Oh,
hi.
look at that buddy. Look at you can see him in the. Aww.
No,
I love him.
I don't like the way I look in this mirror. I see Cam. Yo, hey, Cam. Scrolling. Keep scrolling. And I see Margaret. Yeah, we done it.
Oh, we see Max all the time. He is in our face. We see him because
This is pretty much what he's saying now is you see all these people. Do you see the mix? Do you see the mix? It's right in front of you and you're talking to imaginary peoples.
Yeah. No, he's a sweet angel.
Are you okay? You're looking at nothing and talking.
Oh, yeah. Right. Like when cats see ghosts. And so instead they're like, oh, you guys see ghosts too. Okay. You're talking to nothing. Cat brain.
We keep them in pairs and every now and then both of them will just be looking at the same spot.
I hate it so much. Just staring off in the distance.
It's so much fun. All right. Thank you all for watching. That has been our show. We will talk with you all again soon, including our Thursday show, which is where we talk about the things that we enjoyed best this week, as well as usually something we watched on Tubi. This week was Birdemic. Birdemic is a wild ride. We highly suggest that you experience it. We had so much fun.
Oh, yeah. No, I actually Facebook live Facebook posted. I can't call live tweeting. What is it when you live tweet on Facebook? Anyway, I had an insane amount of posts on Facebook that day, and it was delightful. And it actually got one of our friends to legitimately watch the movie about half an hour after us. He's like, I need to see that again. I'm like, why? And
Simone says the things that they're seeing are called greeblies and that her dogs see them too.
Well, that's good. I do think that cats and dogs can see, like, I don't know, other dimensions or just stuff that we can't see.
Yeah.
Which I think is amazing, which is why I think they can see ghosts.
Exactly. And super fun news that we announced yesterday that I'm going to re-announce today. On Friday, you're not going to see our FOC show streamed through us. No. You'll see it shared by us because our FOC show is going to be streaming through Comics Beat. Yeah!
Woo! I'm very proud of you. I think this is very cool.
Exactly. Heidi, I approached Heidi. Heidi thought it was a great idea.
Heidi runs Comics Beat.
Yeah, Heidi McDonald. And agreed that the industry could use a good resource for everything that's on Final Order Cutoff to really go over it and do some stuff. We will, of course, be always focusing on the stories and not the variant covers. One of the things that will be a part of the show is basically like, hey, if you want to do variants, you got a lot of options out there for folks talking about variants, or and I don't mean this facetiously, y'all start your own show. It'll be good. There'll be a lot of interest. It's not what our aim is. We're aiming to let people know about stories and things to be aware of, like say the Batman Fortnite thing and what you might want to think about in terms of audience. We'll be talking about that stuff. I will be saying that there will be no cursing, as here, generally speaking, from the comments, and I will not pop up comment criticism on there unless the person calls me Comics Daddy. I will accept constructive criticism if it says, hey, Comics Daddy, why don't you talk about variants?
Show us your feet.
Show me your feet.
That's criticism.
Indeed.
I don't know
why. So essentially that I know that they mean it and aren't just trying to be a dick. So yeah, if you want to check that out, go to the Comics Beat YouTube and Facebook. It will be live at 3:30 p.m. Mountain time. Yeah. And yes, go there and call me Comics Daddy. I don't know.
Do it.
I just think it's going to be a fun thing to prevent trolls.
Yes, and last but not least, I want to congratulate all of our friends over 40 who got the vaccine today. Woo, 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 woo.
Or set up their appointments, or being very proactive about their health.
Gen Z is showing us all.
Thank you.
Yes, and also that means that our phase will be a lot sooner than if we had to wait for 55 plus, because they were taken forever.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I'm so happy. I'm sending you metaphorical hugs now.
This is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, Margaret. I love that. But one day, real hugs.
Indeed.
It's going to happen. All right. My friends, I love you. We love you. Max loves you.
Thank you for watching. We will talk to you all again soon.